guys, today what I want to do is I want to build a fairy garden using some of my succulents, and here are the succulents that I'll be using to build the fairy garden. And before I get started, I did actually prepare a couple of things already. I've already made my soil, and I made my soil using Coconut Coir, a little bit of that, and also a lot of stuff that are highly drainable. And what's in here is the a little bit of the bark, Coconut Coir, I don't know why I can't say that, Pumice, and also charcoal, bits of charcoal, but these are special charcoals for planting, okay? You can't take it out of your barbecue, or you just can't do that. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the recipe for the soil below in case you're interested in that. And the main purpose of this soil being this way is because we wanna make sure we have good drainage, okay? And so I'm gonna go ahead and put this aside for right now. And I know somebody has suggested, I think it was Glenna, that, or was it, I'm really not sure who suggested, no, it was Glenna, that since Nisi gave me this book, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a page and kind of talk about something in here, kind of like the affirmations, but this is a little bit funner. And the one I picked out today is 3 types of crazy plant ladies. There it is. Okay, and the first one is Rosie, and it says, let's see, knows exactly what to do, maintains perfect plants without even trying, and every plant lover wants to be her, and has a gift of green thumb, okay? You know what? I'm gonna have to grab my glasses because I can't see. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. And then the next one is Jasmine. It says, always asks for advice, very disciplined in the art of keeping her plants alive, constantly keeps an eye out for low maintenance plants and struggles with some plants, okay? And the last one is Violet. Relentlessly needs to buy new plants to replace dead ones, and doesn't keep to a regular watering schedule, and kills most of her plants, and doesn't mind giving fall plants a chance. And so here it is. And which one do you think I would fall into? Actually, to be honest, I fall into this category, Jasmine. And again, let me tell you what she is. Always asks for advice, very disciplined in the art of keeping her plants alive, constantly keeps an eye out for low maintenance plants, and struggles with some plants. So actually what it's saying that I don't have a green thumb, but whatever I do have, it comes from discipline, okay? So that's that. And thanks, Glenna, for this great idea. And so like I was saying, I've already created my soil, and I did go to Michael's and buy a couple of things, which is like the super moss, and these are preserved reindeer moss. And I got them for decorative reasons. It's not a need, it's decorative. And I got some nice little, I'm thinking about using this to make a pond. And I have some little figures here. I will show you a little bit closer when I start using it. But I got this from Amazon, and these are for like fairy gardens. If you Google fairy garden, all these little miniature things will come up. These are really cute with the animals. Only thing I don't like about it is the fact that the house is the same scale as the bird, and so I gotta either use one or the other, but I can't use both because it looks kind of silly. But they did actually make the little bunny rabbits kind of small, which is perfect, okay? That's how the owl should have been. And there's some hedgehogs in here as well, and these are so cute, guys. And I'm gonna try to utilize this somehow in this endeavor, okay? And let's see, and I am using my iPhones. As you notice, I'm probably cutting half of my head off, but that's okay because the important thing is the plants. And I also bought this here, and I'll probably place this somewhere if I have room for it, in the garden as well. And I have my little garden tools ready to go, and these I've already had. And then this is what I'm gonna use for the fairy garden. But this thing did not come with a hole, so I had to drill a drain hole in it. And I will see if I can go ahead, and I will link the video on how to put a hole in these using a special type of bit. And I actually drilled this. And because you don't want to have any succulents without drain holes, because they root rot really easy, okay? And so let's get started. The first thing, you know what, I forgot to bring, I'll be right back, is a mesh screen that I like to place right here so that way I don't lose soil, okay? So sorry about that, be right back. Whew. Sorry about that. I have to run up 3 flights of stairs to get these things. I have my tools here, and as well as, let me get this out of the way, and this is what I'm talking about. You can get them already pre-cut, and these little round ones, you put it underneath so that way the soil doesn't come through when you water it. But this is a little bit small for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this big square one. And it's like a screen, okay? And all you do is place it in here over the hole. But I'm gonna try to get this paper off here, that's annoying. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place that like that. And what I like to do first off is to fill the bottom with a small layer of either rocks or some kind of stone or something gritty. But what I'm gonna do is, because I don't have any river rocks, I was gonna buy some and I didn't. Don't know why I didn't, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my pumice. And sometimes pumice, depending on how finely broken up it is, it doesn't serve really good purpose, because then it kind of like powders all over the place. But this is pretty good size, so it's okay. And so as you notice, I did fill the bottom with pumice. Now let me see if I can get you see, I don't want to tip it because then my screen and everything will move. And as you notice, I have this on my pink, like a garden cover. And so that way I don't dirty the table, because I am in the dining room and doing this on the dining room table. Okay, so, okay. And next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a look at the plants that I'm gonna use and kind of see how much of a depth I'm gonna need. And I look at it like this, and kind of, I also have, let's see, let's move that out of the way. And let's just get a little bit organized here. Okay, we'll put that. Okay, everything is moving here. And I have this that I got, actually this came with, I'm recycling it. This is a foam, very nice foam container that my pots came in at one time. So what I do is I like to do things over this sometimes. And as you notice, okay, I did water these, but you see how the sands are kind of like loose. I try to move move everything out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out of the pot. And some of them are kind of wet still, because I just watered it because I just gotten it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this today. And so, but you have to be really careful, because these that I got, actually some of these come from a nursery, and I looked at it. It's actually a nursery that my daughter used to work for, and she worked there for a couple of years when she was in high school, junior and senior in high school. So yeah, and I went and picked these up. As you notice, there's really good roots. I'm gonna put that aside. And what I do not throw the soil away when I know that they're good soil. What I do is, that's how I made some of the base of my mix. And so yeah, and then so what I like to do is really get in there. And this one is called a thumb. Yeah, that's the name of the plant. And I did water this one earlier, so it's gonna be a little bit wet, but that's okay. And what I'm doing is I'm removing the unnecessary soil, so I know how much I need to put in here, and so that way I can measure the depth, okay? And I'm gonna be speeding this along when I start, when I start doing the actual planting, so that way you know. But this, you gotta be careful, because these are coming in different parts, so I don't try to knock too much off of it, and I'll leave it like that. And I kind of put it right back in the pot and lean it, because it's already falling apart. And then, let's see, this is the biggest one actually, and this is the one I'm gonna use as like a tree. And so yeah, and I'm trying to get an even distribution of the different type of plants I'm using. I like to use some rosettes. This one here is quite wet, but I'm gonna keep it together because I know this is good soil. And I'll put that aside. And this here is very cute, and I'm gonna use this like ground cover. But the thing is, you have to be careful. If you don't want things to grow and you don't want it to take over your garden, make sure you pick plants that don't do that. Like this one here is also very good soil. I'm not gonna mess with that, because that one also came from the nursery. Okay, and this variety is, what do they call this? This is the Succulent Platyphilia, spring green rosette. So these are all succulents. So yeah, and on some of these, I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to remove the soil because they're good soil. And I don't need to if I don't want to. And this one here is a little worrisome because this one feels a lot heavy. Yeah, this one I'm gonna have to remove because I can feel that this is a lot of water. And this one did not come from my daughter's old, place of employment. This one here is really wet. This actually came from Etsy, which surprises me. And the thing is, I did water it. It was completely dry when they sent it to me, but it shouldn't be this wet because what it's doing now is it's holding all this water, which means it's in a wrong type of soil. So I'm gonna go ahead and take as much of this away as possible. So that way it doesn't end up with root rot. But then again, I am using a very much a draining soil. So which means this stuff here, even though there's a little remaining, the surrounding soils will kind of absorb this type of wetness. So yeah, but I want to remove it much as possible. And this is a rare variety of Echeveria, so I want to make sure, that it survives. And it's really packed in there good, So, but like I said, I don't throw the soil away because I can always mix it with more grainy stuff and then make it a better mix. And so I save it. So, okay. Okay guys, you notice this is gonna be difficult because this is outgrowing its pot, and look at the roots. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be really careful not to snap this thing off. And I don't know if the roots are gonna come. I think I'm gonna lose some of the roots, maybe not. Yep, lost a little bit, but not too bad. But this one definitely is root bound. And I mean, once it becomes root bound, they get no nutrients, so they're headed down south. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this intact. And so I'm looking about like this, right? And so I'm gonna go ahead and fill it about the amount of soil I think I'm gonna need. And as you notice, the difference of the soil texture to this one is very aerated. And I made this mix more for, I mean, you find a lot of mix like this for like cactus. But I like to do my my Echeverias especially, and all of my other type of succulents with this mix, because only reason why you need a little bit of absorbency is so that way it can absorb nutrients from the soil. But I don't use soil at all. Everything I use is like coconut coir and chips and a couple of, definitely the charcoal and things like that. So I'm gonna start planting where I think I wanna put this, but I'm gonna go ahead and dig a little bit of hole, and I'm gonna kind of put it like this, but I wanna leave a little bit of room. I mean, it's not gonna be filled all the way up to here because I need to do some decoration. So I'm just gonna place these where I think I want to put them. So I'm gonna go ahead and start moving these around, and yep. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna have to add a couple more things here. It just doesn't look full enough for me. So let me go grab a couple more succulents and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I grabbed a couple of more. I'm hoping this really works out because these are quite, I think I have the rarest succulents in here, including this one here, which is ice green. Yeah, and this is the baby fingers. This one not so rare, but you know, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove some of this, and hopefully everything will work out. I'm trying not to leave too many gaps because then it looks kind of funny, you know? But then again, I don't want to overwhelm the pot either. So let's see. Okay, that looks good. And then I will add one more. I know it looks kind of crazy, but I want to leave a little bit of room to put my little decorations. That's the reason why. Oh, I lost a leaf, but that's okay. It fell off at the base, so I can go ahead and dry it out and see if I can get some babies out of that one. Okay, here we go. That looks a lot better, and it still has plenty of room for growth. And now let's just go ahead and fill it. Filling the spaces, and so that way I can give the plant some stability, and I don't want them to be moving around. So I have to give enough stability to these plants, so that way, even though I will be adding some decorative stuff on tops, as you'll see, that should help that. And sometimes I can just pick it up and tap it down very easily like this. And I can see where it's wiggling, where I need more soil. And sometimes, so because if you get so much soil on the plant, you can just simply blow it off so you can see what you're doing. And sometimes these rocks are big. Okay. Oops, almost dropped that. Okay, and take a look. There's still a hole there. I can tell, I can feel a little bit of a hole. And which I will go ahead and use this. There we go. The important thing is to really get all of the around the plants settled, so that way you don't have gaping holes, because then, you know, that's a problem, because then your plants aren't going to grow. It's not going to grow correctly. And you want to make sure you kind of press in, especially the ends here, because that's where you tend to see a lot of gaps. And you want to make sure your plants have a little stability. And it's really important you have the right kind of tools for this, because then if you don't, you'll be, you know, it's really hard. Okay, and so far, guys, this is what I have. I don't know if you can see that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some decorative stuff, okay? And I was going to go ahead and put this rock. I forgot totally about this rock, right? So I should have probably put this first. But it's not going to be used on this garden. That's okay, because I'm going to do many more of the gardens, and this is good enough. And let's see, I'm not liking the way this one is still on the surface. And so next what I want to do is I want to use a decorative rock to kind of give it weight. And I chose to use, where's my green one? And then I'll put the moss in there later. I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and, yeah. And I already know I want to do something that looks like I have a pond. And so what I did was I couldn't find any like white rocks, just white rocks at Michael's, without buying like a whole drum of them. I knew I had some from my other crafts, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the surface first. And either I could do with the white, gray, or let me see. This is the volcanic rock. I think I will use the volcanic rock only because the other decorative one I have is actually green. And so it's too much green to my opinion. But this one is a little bit reddish and it's a bigger actually rock. So let's see. Oh. Okay, and they're like this, okay? Aside from being decorative, these type of rocks actually give stability to the surface because a lot of times the soil, once you start watering it, it's going to actually, you know, recede, right? And so when you put these decorative type of like this lava rock, this is 100% lava rock and it has no chemicals and it's, you can't say it's really organic because they're not really grown, but it's not treated with any kind of chemicals or anything like that, no coloring, and that's really important for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm just gonna finish off this part and then I will show you after. Okay guys, this is how it looks so far, okay? And I really want to do this little, okay, there's a white spot there, let's get rid of that. But I really want to do this like a river looking type of thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know if I'm gonna have room in here. Maybe I should have left it just minus those 2 plants. I didn't realize. Yeah, that's okay. We will try. And plus I have all these other animals I need to add. And so let's go ahead and try to give it, you know, a small, you know what? A small pond. Okay, it doesn't, you know what? I was just thinking, you know what? Why am I gonna do a perfectly round pond for? That's like not realistic. So maybe I'll do one that's not so round. And maybe we'll put one of them in water. How's that? The tree. It's like a willow tree or something like that. I don't know, but we can try. I may need to go steal some more white rocks though. Okay, so far, there it goes. That's supposed to emulate the water. And of course, the tree's in the water. That was not my intention, but that's the way it's gonna be. Anyway, so I think I wanna do a little more water, but I'm kind of worried that this is glass. And it's like, my gosh, I hope, yeah. But this thing is so annoying. I gotta get it out of there. One of the volcanic rocks got into the water and then didn't wanna leave. And then so it kept leaving a gap, making it look like an outcropping of some kind. Okay, wow, these are big pieces. These do feel like glass actually, guys. Hope that's not what it is, but these are like huge pieces. Okay, all right, I think I got that. And now we will go ahead with a little, let's see, where should we put our house? this is a little cute little house. I want to use this for sure. Let's see. Do we want to put you like at the edge? Yeah, we could. And we have a rabbit trying to eat the, or have something. I don't know, maybe came for water. No, this is not sitting well. Okay, how about if we do a hedgehog instead? There. Okay. The problem with the hedgehog is that it's the same color now as the brick. And so it's kind of, yeah. And so, it's okay though. Oh, there's fat ones too, look. Okay. We will go ahead and put this one maybe here. Yeah. And another hedgehog, which is a little bit slightly lighter color. Okay, see? And I will put you next to the house. But that means you're in the water. Okay. Let's put you here then. You know, that's what I meant to do. I meant to look for figurines and I forgot because I wanted to get like a gnome or something, but it's okay. So now the reason why I don't want to use this owl is because look at the size of this. It's like the size of the house. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I wish they didn't size it like that because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's dumb. Anyway, so, but that's okay because I have other things in here. Be happy. So, okay. And I will put another one in the middle here. I don't want to do that because then if I do that and then it starts to grow, it might get lost forever. So at least this way I can see them. Okay, that's okay. Oops, I think I put that on a leaf. Okay, that's okay. And then how about one more rabbit? Yeah, I like these bunnies, but I wish they'd come a little bit, and you know, I think they do have different, I wish they have like different poses. That'd be kind of cool, you know? All right, and the other one will be, let's see, how about next to the house? But the house is so, okay, there we go. Alrighty guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that, you know, less is better. And here it is, my little fairy garden. I'm afraid to tip it because then, you know, and actually I had another house, but I built my husband I got him an air plant. And so I built him a sanctuary with that one. But here's the house, and you see the water there. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of it for you from above. Actually, let me just do that now. Instead of taking a picture, let me just go ahead and bring the camera. And I'm gonna turn you guys around. And so, let's see. Okay, can you see that? There we go. So here we go. And please ignore the mess on the table. But anyway, so how do you like the water? And it actually should reflect some light to make it look like it is water. All right, guys, that's that. And right now it's at 43 minutes and 26 seconds. And I know I am going to have to really edit this down, but I am going to speed up some slow parts, okay? Alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, as usual, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, yep. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, have a good day, good night, a good week, a good weekend, whenever you're watching this. And it does not matter. But just remember, in a field of roses, be a wildflower and never sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.